J-Drone here, check it out. This is the X300 optical flow sensor, altitude hold, 5.8 gigahertz FPV. We are going to try to fly it with goggles. It did come with a screen that attached to the top of the controller, and the screen only got about a little over 100 meters and then flaked out. It does better up in altitude as opposed to out in range. So stay tuned for the footage. Okay guys, this is through my FPV goggles and we got the blades running. We are going to give this camera a full test. Stay with me for the full video. I did a detailed inspection of this camera and everything that I found out is very informative to anybody who wants to buy this. This is going to be a long video, and there I am right there. We're just going to show you that the optical flow sensor works. No hands, it works. I do have a full video that I will be doing, that I will be loading, that shows how the optical sensor works in different altitudes and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. We're going to try to hit the birch tree. The birch tree is about 100 meters here, and already you can see light static coming in. We're not even halfway there. I'd say I'd say we're probably about 20-30 meters. Okay, so we're getting static. We're getting static already. We're almost at the birch tree. This next crossing right behind it is where the birch tree is. And we're getting there. We are getting there, and we almost made it there. I'm going to keep pushing and see if we can get there. There, off to the right is where the birch tree, where the snow actually started. So we hit 100 meters, and I'm going up a little bit more just to see if I could go a little bit further here. There's a major flaw with this drone, and it might be easily fixed. I'm going to try to fix it. Right now we are past that 100 meter mark. We're probably about at 120 meters of change. And as we face myself, you can see we are getting fuzzed out more. The major flaw with this drone is the antenna placement, because again, now we're closer to myself and we're still fuzzing. We're a lot closer than 100 meters and we're still fuzzing as I'm pitching my nose down towards myself. Why is this? Again, it's an antenna flaw. The antenna is parallel with the body, so it's going from the nose back to the tail, and it's very small, and it's against the body like that, which isn't allowing the signal to flick out the proper way. The tip of the antenna is your dead zone, so that's why we're not getting much range outwards. I'm gonna put this through a couple different tests here. I'm gonna put this through a couple different tests to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how you can achieve the best range with this without doing any type of modifications. But then ideally what you're gonna want to do if you do want to do exploring with this is and then there you go, optical flow sensor working very well. You're probably going to want to angle the antenna downwards. That way you have a 360-degree flick from the antenna. Again, we're going to shoot straight outwards again, and not even at a 100-meter mark we're getting static. So I'm raising altitude a little bit, and again, we're almost at the abyss. The abyss is about 120 meters. It's a little bit past that birch tree, and we are flaking out considerably. So again, that's the placement. And at the end of this video, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. But keep watching the video, guys, because I'm going to get epic range up in altitude. I'm also going to do a back pedal to show you how you can also get good range with this. Obviously, you're probably not going to fly back, but right now I'm backpedaling. We were at our limit, and I'm backpedaling, and we're still going. We are past that 120 meter mark, and we're able to keep doing that because as we're backpedaling, the antenna is exposed to us. Like if I was able to actually look out of the goggles, the belly of the drone would have been exposed to us, and it's flicking outwards the way that it should be. Again, the position of the antenna should be pointing downwards, and we would get our best FPV range laterally. Up in altitude, we wouldn't get it that great unless we were out from ourselves a little bit. I will fly it directly above my head, and you will see that I get epic range on this. Note, this is not a full flight time test. And it's ridiculous that this isn't a full flight time test. I wasn't recording on board, and we're just cruising around here just to show you. Again, we're about at the 110, 120 meter mark at the edge of the abyss, just to show you what you could plan on getting without modifying this antenna. I do plan on modding this antenna a little. I do plan on pointing it downwards in the right direction. A lot of your FPV antennas, especially even on even on your bigger drones, you'll see the antenna's down the leg because the leg is going to flick in a complete 360 direction. That way you can get optimal range. And again, we're here, back here with me standing there. As you can see, I haven't moved at all. And right here, we're getting decent reception because I'm right next to myself. Just going to try to position this in front of me here. So is this a bad drone? No, it's not a bad drone. I did a full review on this and I'm actually impressed. We're going to do an altitude climb. I'm actually impressed with the flight time. I'm impressed with the optical flow. I'm not thoroughly impressed with the camera. It could be a little bit brighter. And we're going to go up here. As we are going up, I am tilting my head upwards just so my antennas are in line with the drone. As you can see, we're getting very little static. We're getting a little fuzz here and there, but we're getting very little static. I would assume right now we're probably close to the 100-meter mark, and we're going to keep climbing. I should put an altimeter on this, and I should see what type of range we can go up stock with. And again, up in the clouds here, you can see a little bit of fuzzing, but nothing crazy, man. You get very good altitude climbs with this, again, because of that antenna. The antenna is pressed against the body. It's going in line with the body. So right now, the signal is flicking down to me. And the tip of that antenna, which would go out the back, is kind of your dead zone. Right now, we're not hitting a dead zone, and we're climbing. If we're 2, maybe 3 times the amount of distance that that we got flying laterally, that's probably what we're at, and we could probably continue to keep going. Look at the height. Look at the height, guys. We are up there. And again, we're starting to see a little bit of static. We're turning around here. Little fuzz. Nothing crazy, though. I can fly through this. Unlike when we flew laterally out around the 100-meter mark, we're getting static where it's almost non-flyable. So, guys, this has all the makings to be a great explorer drone if we can get that antenna to sit right. If we can maybe... Again, all it probably needs is to be positioned downwards. That way your dead zone is down, and that way we can get good lateral runs. Maybe we can get 200-300-meter run out and actually make this a nice explorer drone, because you don't see a lot of jello in this. Again, we could go up in brightness just a little bit, and the camera would be prime. It is a dim day. There is no sun shining. It is clouded over, but my actual view is a little bit better than this as far as the brightness. It's not that dark out. And as you can see, we are out, we are up, and we are at the abyss. And pointing downwards up in altitude allows the signal flicking to kind of be towards me. We're almost halfway over the abyss, guys, and we're starting to get static now because, again, the tail of the antenna is now towards me. And as we turn around, we lose that because now we don't have much of anything flicking towards us, especially downwards facing with the nose. The antenna's signal is not going through the drone. All in all, this is a great flyer. This gets epic flight times. The optical flow sensor works really well, and it works well at higher altitudes. Not extreme high altitudes, but stay tuned for my flight video on this. It'll be from the GoPro. It won't be from my goggles. This is all from my goggles. And you'll be able to see how this drone flies, how it operates, how it turns. And again, we're flaking out, and we're closer to myself. Reason being, because the tail was almost parallel with me. I'm straight down there. You can see the fork in the road. I'm right behind the fork in the road. Right now, we are facing towards ourselves, and we're getting more fuzz. Because, again, the nose is kind of blocking the signal. We're just going to fly towards ourselves here. All in all, I like to feel the controller. I like to feel the drone. And we're really towards ourselves, but, again, the nose is pointed downwards, so we're blocking signal. And there J-drone is. And again, we let go of the sticks and it sits. It will do that. Yes, it is good. It will also sit. It'll take some time. I'm going to face this way and we're going to fly out towards the field that way a little bit. And kind of go up just to also give you a different perspective. But you can move the drone. You can fly forward and let go of the sticks. It'll take maybe about 2 to 3 seconds to grab the optical sensor to actually grab where it needs to sit, and then it will sit. And again, I'll have a video on that. And there I am. I'm turning completely around, kind of to fly directly in front of myself, and go up. We're going to go up a little bit, and we're going to show you again the possibilities that you can get with this. Right now, out of the box, this is a good altitude climber for FPV. I don't know that a lot of people are doing that. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. You definitely get a perspective here. But I think most FPV flyers are going for distance and not altitude. And as you can see, we're fuzzing out a little bit, but not bad. Turn this way. Turn this way. Now, right now, the nose is pointing towards me, so that signal is getting blocked a little bit. We turn completely away from me. The belly is kind of parallel with me on an angle, and right now, the tail was basically facing towards me, and we're clear again. So very directional antenna, guys. I know this might, I don't know, maybe this video is boring for some people. I'm talking about the antenna overzealously, but this was a full flight test for the most part. And again, I don't know that the LVC warning went off at the end of this. I'm trying to show you the ins and outs of this camera. And again, we just flaked. Probably flaked because I'm a little bit behind myself now. That's why I'm pitching forward. And now we're getting clear. Now we're getting clear image. All in all, I like it. I absolutely like this drone. Tri-blade props. I would bet a Q6 would fit on this. To throw all-in-one camera over top of this and make it an actual FPV flyer, not utilizing the camera on it, dude, you could definitely do that. And again, we're fuzzing out. We're fuzzing out because that tip of that antenna is kind of parallel with me and my goggles. So guys, you let me know what you think. Anybody else have this drone? Let me know how you fly with it. Let me know any modifications that you've done with it. Has anybody done an antenna mod with this? Has anybody opened up that camera and actually dropped the antenna so it's facing up and down as opposed to in line with the body? If you have and you have video on it, I definitely would like to check it out. I'm probably going to do it myself because I would like to go 200-300 meters with this laterally just to test the range of the controller. I'm pretty confident with the range of the controller because XK makes excellent drones. Their controllers are pretty much top of the line. Even the small one, I believe it's for the X130. That controller, dude, gets epic range. And again, we're facing ourselves. As you can see, I nose down, we start getting fuzzle. And myself, I'm not facing it. Now I'm facing it. And we're going to come down here. Now here's going to be the backwards run. We're going to do a backwards run for you here. And we're going to see what type of distance I'm going to get. And we're right in front of myself here. And just going to try to jog myself literally right in front of myself, because as I backwards pedal, I am in the highest speed setting. The belly will be facing me 100% of the time as we're backpedaling, and that antenna that's pushed against the belly will be flicking signal directly at me as opposed to the tip of it when we're flying away. Now we're flying back here, guys. Baggity back, 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 baggity back. And we got a little fuzz, getting a little more fuzz. We're going back, guys. We are back, 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 back. And we still have transmission here. And bam, we are straight. We almost went over the entire abyss. And I'm fuzzed out flying straight here, guys. How do we have perfect signal? Almost all the way out. And now we're fuzzed out to right now we're less than 100 meter mark and it came in. Again, the placement of the antenna is not great. XK did not think about that when they made this. That is the only flaw that I can find with this drone. The camera is adjustable. In my flight review, I did not know the camera was adjustable, and I knocked it for that just a little bit because it was downward facing. It has like 2 or 3 different click adjustments that you can definitely adjust it. We're going to do the same test here. We're going to do the same test, same fly out. I'm going to try to get directly behind myself, and we're just going to fly straight. We're going to see how far we can get straight in the same position. I'm standing in the same position. We're going to fly this in the same position just to further prove my point of the antenna placement. So here we go, guys. We are going to just try to position that almost exactly where I want it. Almost parallel. That way when I'm flying straight out, it's going to be in line with myself. And I'm tapping on the stick, and again, like I said, the optical flow sensor takes about 2 to 3 seconds to grab, and that's where you see us fluttering around. We're flying the same line that we just backpedaled. Same exact line, less than 100 meters, we're flaking out. Probably 90 meters, and we flaked out. As opposed to backpedaling, which we are doing right now. Look, it's clear. We were flaking way before that, and it's clear. So there you go, guys, and I think we just about got over the entire abyss there. So we're almost at 200 meters. So the camera's good, the antenna is good, the placement is not. Guys, at the end of this, I'm going to recap. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about if you didn't get exactly what I'm talking about. Some people might not understand the flick of the antenna, which way the antenna is actually flicking signal, and I'm going to explain that very clearly. I'm going to take my iPhone out of my pocket. I'm going to grab the drone. I'm going to show you the antenna underneath it. I'm going to show you how it should be placed and also show you where your dead zone is on that antenna. I appreciate you watching this entire video. If you did watch this entire video, I generally don't do reviews like this. It's very in-depth. Alright guys, so I'm going to sum up exactly what I experienced if you didn't catch it all through the video. The antenna is facing that way. Okay, so I'm going to try to lift this up so you can see it. See the antenna back there, that little black spot? That's your dead zone just about. The tip of the antenna is your dead zone. And the antenna flicks outwards, so the signal is going up this way, left, right, and actually into the drone. So as you've seen, when I did an altitude climb, I got very good signal because I was looking up with my headgear and like that, so the signal is flicking right down on me. And as you see, when I backward pedaled like that and did a back pedal, the signal again is coming out of this outwards towards the camera, and it worked. Now we were getting poor signal when we were going out this way and flying it normally, because again, that's your dead zone. The tip of that antenna is your dead zone. So I don't know, I think what I'm going to try to do, I think I'm going to try to get that antenna out of there and just have it basically pointing downwards. The antenna itself should be pointing downwards, and you'll get more range this way. You won't get as good as altitude then, because then the tip of it will be facing downwards, and if we're facing it like that, we'll be parallel to it. But ideally with this, you want to get range, I think. You want to get range laterally and kind of explore with this, because this is a really good drone. Right now, all you're going to get out of that FPV is a decent amount of range if you backpedal like that, or if you fly right above your head. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, and check this out. I didn't show this, and I actually said it was something that I didn't like. The camera is adjustable. See, it's down, it's up. And I believe you can adjust it through a couple different settings. 1 click, 2 clicks, so like 3 different settings. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. I'm liking this. Randy, thank you.